no trade on. So we had 10 a.m. news. I didn't know, but either way, I was still waiting for silver bullet to occur. And after, find a trade idea after, of course, 10 a.m. during the silver bullet. So it really didn't matter, but either way, I should have been paying attention to this. Tomorrow we do have FOMC, and I will not be trading tomorrow. And then Thursday and Friday I will be trading. Trying to see if I can find a trade idea there, because tomorrow I do have work, so I will be unable to trade. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I will only be able to trade probably AM session, one silver bullet, and that's it, and then I'm gone. But yeah, this was the trade idea for today. I'm gonna go over it right now, and I'm just gonna go over ES and NQ real quick, and then I'm gonna go over the trade idea. Like, at first I was paying attention to ES, like ES were bullish, weekly bullish order block, retracing, sweeping this low. We're having CRT form on the weekly. On the daily time frame, we have a daily bearish inversion for value gap. I'm still waiting to see if this is gonna hold or if we're gonna create a SIBI. This wouldn't really be as important anymore. And then on the 12H, you can see we swept this low, reaching into this 12-hour fair value gap right there. So right then and there. And then we also have this 12H SIBI with this big gap down from the DeepSeek AI versus ChatGPT and all that. And then on the 4H, we did also have this 4-hour SIBI, which is about to get inversed. Honestly, this is what it seems like. Looks like it's about to get inversed. And then on the 4H, all right, so this is, on the 1H, this is kind of what I was looking at on the 1H for this 1-hour inversion fair value gap to hold on this candle, since we did close below and we swept the liquidity here. But after that, after we swept this liquidity, I was like, all right, yeah, we got to get sidelines, because this fractal market maker sell model here, not the overall one, but the fractal one, was completed. Now we're sidelines. Like, my objective has been met. I'm not trying to trade anymore. And then after we saw that, we saw a big balanced price range created. That V shape right there, we sweeping the lows, then we created a breaker here. Now we're pushing up higher. So, today was more of if we went down, now we're coming back up. This was your manipulation. If you are unable to catch any longs, buys, whatever down here, and then of course you just weren't in the trade. But for me, I wouldn't personally take it, because we also have these bearish arrays. We're on a higher time frame bearish still, even though we're slowly climbing our way back up from those hourly PD arrays to the 4-hour ones. We still look bearish until we make those inverse and we confirm that we are flipping on like the hourly time frame. I'm going to start looking for longs and looking for those retracements into those higher time frame inversion arrays to then eventually catch those longs. But yeah, once I saw this right here swept, I'll realize, okay, maybe this isn't the market we're trying to trade. If you go down to like the 3-minute, you really wouldn't have found a good entry unless you were taking this one right here. On the 5-minute, nothing really either. If I'm being truly honest, today just really wasn't a viable day. You can take this 1-minute entry, but it's more risky. The thing is about the 1-minute entry, the people that you see trading these market maker bar models here, or this fractal one, this has no higher time frame confluence. If I'm being real, like, you have no protocols if you're like trading like this. So whenever you see traders take trades like this, you don't know how many times they have lost until they've taken a win. And it just isn't really like that. They're not showing you their account, they're not showing you this and that, because they're just not like that. But yeah, you gotta have protocols, you gotta have procedures as to why you should even take that market maker buy model. For me, even though we were sweeping liquidity, we weren't reaching into a higher time from PD array, not even on the daily. On the 12H, not really either. See, this candle's right here. This is the 12H down here, bro. We're not even reaching into it. On the 4H, we have a 4-hour SIBI. On the 1H, we had a 1-hour SIBI, but it didn't hold. We had a 1-hour CRT. And then we also swept that 1-hour low down there. And then on the 15-minute time frame here, same thing really on the 15. This one didn't have that V shape though, like ES. NQ just came down and they came all the way back up. This is kind of why I was trying to trade YM only, because like these markets did not look good at all. They did not look favorable at all. And I realized that, like early into the day, I was like, all right, this does not look good. This does not look viable. It looks like sells, and I was really trying to catch sales at 9:30, but I just was unable to. So yeah, 9:30, whenever this happened right here, I was looking at it, I was like, is this worth it? Is this SIBI going to hold? Is this break a market structure to the downside really worth it? And then, I realized I have no 15-minute confluence. I have no 30-minute confluence. There's like no point of trying to take this trade here. One market was aligning with my bias, which was a bullish one, and it was inside of a higher time from PD array. So we're going to go over this right now. On the weekly, we still have a bearish weekly in SIBI, but we are making it inverse right now currently. And then on the daily, we had a daily buy side imbalance. So clearly this is going to get inverse. This was our buy side drawn liquidity. The daily highs up there. And then the 4H, we don't really have much here on the 4H other than a market maker buy model, small retracement or a range bound market. Now it's breaking out. And then on the 1H, this is kind of where the main piece of the pie of the puzzle was on the 1H. So on the 1H, we had a 1-hour buy side imbalance. We had 1-hour sell side liquidity, and then we also swept this high. We came back down. And then, I was like, okay, hold on. I thought to myself, like, we swept this high, but now we're coming back down. We came back down and we swept this low. I was like, yo, this is like a balanced price range. We're sweeping both sides. If we close above this high, which we're going to form a breaker on the lower time frame, this clearly won't come back down any further, and it's going to go up to the moon. And that's kind of what happened here. So on the 5-minute, we had a 5-minute buy side imbalance. I set my buy limit. I was going to try to trade this inversion but it was too late. Whenever I took my limit order and this candle closed, I was like, yeah, it's just way too high. Let's wait for this one now. So we waited for this one right there, and we set our buy limit right there, and then we had our stop loss at the rejection block of this fair value gap, and we were just gonna take it simply at 1 to 3. 1 to 3, try to pass the account in one trade, or I mean, complete half of the challenge already in one trade, and that was pretty much really it. But it just never worked out. And that's perfectly fine with me, you know, like I'm gonna go review this. And again, this was after 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., that candle closed. What? Boom, 10:05. You know, even though the news did come out, this still would have been a good trade. Like even without the news, you know, or with the news, you know. But yeah, no. After the news, candle came, never formed. This one right here never tapped up into it, and we just never got our entry. And it's pretty unfortunate, really. But it is what it is. And then on the 15, we also had a 15-minute buy side imbalance. We did have CRT here, in my personal opinion, even though this candle slightly opened above, and this one didn't wick as low, but to me, it's still a CRT, still at advanced CRT. That is pretty much really it for today. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I did blow the other account. I just really didn't like that account, if I'm being real. Like, didn't like the platform. It just didn't help me with the risk management protocols, you know. Like, I just wasn't able to see how much I was risking. I didn't want to do the calculations, so I'd rather just I went all out, I won't lie, and then I bought a new one for trade of 8 to trade on TradingView. It's just personal preference at this point. Yeah, here's the account. You see, we just went boom, negative. We started off very bad. We started off losing 2%. And then eventually we started off just losing even more. So the thing about this account too, if you're on Top Step X, you don't have a minimum loss limit. So if I was to trade like this on, you know, the TradingView one, I would have been blowing this account, you know. And then this was my account in November and December that I canceled. We were in profit, but I started to work a lot. So I realized, you know, I wasn't going to be able to trade. I think I should have kept it, in my personal opinion. You know, it would have been a lot better. We would have been up around like almost 1%. I mean, 500. So yeah, I think that would have been a lot better. But on this one, we were risking around 5%. I mean, 1% or 500. And then you can see when we lost a little bit. When we won pretty much a good amount in the first trade. This one we cut in half, I remember. Yeah, no, like it's just like we were doing really well, but the emotions were still there, you know. And that's the thing too about this account, like, you know, like whenever I'm trading this account, I do feel the urge to enter one more size and try to get over, like, you know, the combine and try to pass it and get to the express account and like get a payout or something. And to me, like what I'm trying to do to counter that is really like just dig deep into my system and like do a 365, you know, like do a 365-day challenge. I'm trying to do a 365-day challenge on Telegram here, as you can see on my Telegram, and just like uploading every single day my bias. I know I have not been doing it, but starting today, I'm going to do that. Same thing with the trading videos. I'm going to upload every day that I trade or every day that I'm looking at the charts to give you guys a better feel for what I'm looking at, trying to do that. And then eventually charting every night like I used to. I feel like once you're in touch with the markets a little bit more and more, you find the better trades, you find the better bias, the narrative and all that. And then start studying your concepts, you review your trades, review all this, and like just you get a better feel for what you're looking for and why you're looking for it. And when it presents itself, you take those trades. As of recently, I've not been doing that. I've been slacking. I've been focusing on, you know, like studying IT, studying this, that, you know, like I've not been studying the charts. I've not been studying my trades. I've been working. I've been focusing on other stuff. I have not been on my monk mode, you know, like I've stopped doing the things that were making me a better trader. And I just want to revert back to those habits, you know, back to those old habits that were improving my life, you know, instead of having the bad ones, you know, like in place, you know. That's why I changed my room around, you know, like I changed my room around again to what I originally had it at. Yeah, that's pretty much really it. Showing you guys that I'm locked in. 365 starting now, and from this day forward, you know, like I want to do my monk mode every single day. Just upload video. I want to upload videos every single day on the telly, and then also, you know, like trade every single day that I possibly can if I'm not working that day and it's, you know, a good day to trade, and just staying updated with the markets, you know. That's pretty much really the main reason why I'm going to do those videos too, is to give you guys a it's going to be like a charting session for me. But yeah, for this account, I'm going to continue to risk 1%. If we lose, we're risking it in half. So we're going to cut that risk in half. We're going to cut that risk in half if we lose 1% to 0.5. And then if we lose again, we're going to cut it in half and then try to work our way back up to break even. Once we're at break even, risking 1%. Same thing really with the risk protocols here. And if we're up, we're going to continue to risk 1%. You know, it's basically, if you have a system, if you have a model, you can do this. And I continue to tell myself, like when I watch other people trade, or when I watch, you know, or when I'm on Twitter scrolling, I see other people trading, like taking trades. I was like, man, I could have took that, you know, like that trade, I would have taken that, you know. And like, it's just like, I've come to the realization, like, why don't you then? Why don't you? You can always make time for things that are important to you. You can always do the things that are very important to you if you really want it that bad, you know. And if you want to, you can take the risk. You know, I have a job, I have a stable income. I can take risk. You know, I have nothing to lose. I'll get the money back. I'll remake that amount of money I've, you know, lost, you know. So like, it's just like, take the freaking risk, bro. Not that hard at all. I'm going to be doing an analysis right now. And then for this account, I probably won't be trading tomorrow, but Thursday and Friday I will be trading. And then this weekend we'll probably do a reflection. So again, I'm starting on my monk mode. I'm starting on my 365, and I am trading meme coins, as you can see here. If you want me to make videos about that, comment down below. So yeah, peace. So I ended the video, and then this is where the chart's at. Look at that. It's going to the moon, bro. You see, guys have been working out. You see that? I'm not there yet. I'm bulking though. I'm trying to bulk up, then I'm trying to cut. I go for a run, 3-mile run, 4-mile, and after that, probably start studying start studying my IT courses and all that, and probably review my trades I've taken. So have a busy day ahead of me. I'm gonna write down what I need to do, and then do it, and then continue to do that every single day for the next 365 days. And I really want to improve my life, bro. This year is the year I'm really gonna lock in. I won't lie to you guys. The main reason why I wasn't locked in was because of women. I mean, truly honest, women. But I cut that out as of recently. So it's really just time to lock in, like just purpose over pleasure any day of the week. Like Lou Brummer said, becoming the best version of yourself.